What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Danny-O. Let's go. We're back at it again with episode number 27. If it's your first time here, we hope you have a blast. Don't forget to hit that like, share, and subscribe button. It'll help us out tremendously. If you are returning, we thank you, as always, for your continued support of helping our community and channel grow. We appreciate it from the bottom of our hearts. On today's episode, it's going to be me, Ethan, Cesar, and Hector. It's going to be a banger. This past weekend, SSG starting it off, showing what the meta looks like. This weekend's going to be so crazy. TCG, San Diego. Following weekend's going to be Arizona. The dry spill is over, guys. Set 8 is here. So let's get into it. This is the Lorcana Cookout.
Green still? What is this guy?
Yeah, this is the same Ethan. What happened to old Ethan? Funny.
I mean,
Hey, he's gonna
give
play
me,
green
give me,
stuff.
give me two tournaments. Give me 2 tournaments, and I'll be done with it. So we'll be right back. It won't.
Amber's
take
still. That's why Amber's still is good. That's why. They both measure with each other. Green still is just pretty cracked right now.
Yeah, the Rhino. That Rhino's crazy, bro. I think that Rhino's good.
Yeah, right. That was good in Amber still.
Alright, for sure.
But
for sure.
SSG, right?
Yeah.
Happened this past weekend.
Let's get into it.
90 players.
Oh shit! I have a picture I want to show first. Let me show
I
you
didn't really
guys
pay
this.
attention to the SSG tournament, but I saw that it was like a few, like it was mostly green steel, right? And then like some amber steel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of really great players there, right? I think I saw, was it Zach? Was it Bivens?
Yeah,
was there?
Bivens is there.
Yeah, Bivens there. All the SSG team guys were there. A lot of heavy hitters, so it was a great tournament to see, especially being able to watch it and not just have to watch through Millie. And it was 90 players, so it's pretty cool. It's good to see that them having 90 players and them being so big, and us here in SoCal having Rob's event, TCG event, us having 73 plus players, one time TCG, what was it, 110 players, really shows that we have great tournament turnouts too, as well as them also over there on that side.
They just got crazy
So
pricing
hopefully in the
on it.
future yeah, just the pricing, yeah, that is true. But hopefully we're able to get these tournaments streamed as well. Have that, be able to show that side, hey, what's going on over here on SoCal area.
So on screen right here, guys, I have the color breakdown. So the majority of the tournament
players,
was
right?
overtaken. Yeah, I think so. It was like 90. It was
Which is what we
mainly-
had at one point. I think we had more than that at a TCG event, so it's definitely possible. You gotta get there.
So Amber Steel was the leading deck, followed by Green Steel, and then surprisingly, Yellow Purple had the next. Right, followed by that is
Oh, that's the
Red
one that was wrong. Okay, I wanted to correct it because I saw the stream, and that was the original image, and they said that's a correction. That's supposed to be a purple green.
Purple Green.
So the purple yellow you see is purple green.
Okay.
Good thing I caught that. Yeah.
Uh,
So that's where they messed up, and I think they showed like later on a stream they re-showed it, and it was with purple green.
For sure.
Yeah.
All right, so Purple Green 9 players, and then Red Blue 8, and then Green Yellow 7. So are we surprised by this color breakdown?
I'm pretty surprised because there's no. I guess I'm not, but a little bit that I didn't. There is like no red, blue, right?
I mean,
Not
there's
very
still
much.
like 8 players, still like 9%. It's not that bad.
I mean, the green steel with the Beyond the Horizon is not very surprising whatsoever, like at all.
Yeah,
that card is really, really good.
If you notice the 2 decks that can like hyper abuse Beyond the Horizon, which I still think one's missing, but the 2 decks that can hyper abuse Beyond the Horizon are like the 2 most played decks. Honestly, the only one that kind of surprises me here is Purple Green seeing that much play, and then Yellow Green not seeing as much play since everybody was high on the freaking dogs. So
I love that deck. I love me personally. I love the purple green deck. I think that's the only time I ever touched the green cards is when I played like I think set back in with the 3v3 purple green. That deck is good, man. So like with how they play now, like I saw on stream some great plays. Like literally, it was like I think they go Merfolk Flynn, and that's their questers all game, and from like 3 to 6, they're controlling the opponent's board. It's like Cloud Kicker and Fox Bounces and Elsa and like that Flynn and Murphy would just stay questing. I was like, oh my god, this is cool because like they were going against like Amber Steel aggro and like it was kind of keeping up like while it was challenging it, but it would get 2 lore every turn as well, so it would never fall too far behind. Like Amber Steel was like at 15 lore, they were at like 9. Unlike other times when you guys, when we play, when we go against like these aggro decks, they're at like 15 or we're at 0, and we got to like catch up, right? Like he was like they were keeping up. Like I thought that was pretty cool. I think that deck is pretty powerful. I personally think I so for me to consider Emerald like in a format, and I am considering it. I think it's a pretty good deck. With the lever cards, cool. I think the lever cards are cool. I don't know about you guys, but I think they're cool.
No, yeah, lever is great, right? Because you discard, pull lever with Diablo, which activates wrong lever on turn 3 if you really want to. But I think wrong lever is freaking great because you're able just to out anything that's targetable on the board. It doesn't require anything. It doesn't have to be a certain attack. It doesn't have to be a certain cost. It's just put target character to the bottom of their player's deck. So it's really great.
They don't get a draw or nothing, right?
Nope.
It's just
It's
putting a lot of,
just,
I thought that was pretty cool. I'm like,
yeah.
oh well, now there's like when they did it on me, I think someone did it on me on sealed. I'm like, oh, do I draw 2? You know what? I'm so used to like green giving me something back when I'm like, do I draw 2 or
Yeah.
do I draw anything? And they're like, no, you just put. I'm like, what? Okay, for sure. Like that's pretty good.
It does just suck though that they left. So like the only way to get that second part of on the lever, you have to play purple green. Like I wish it was like just green so that it can be played in any of them. It doesn't have to just be played in purple green. But I guess it's distinctly just for that, which is cool. Um, it does suck that I don't see like blue steel on here, or what else would have been good with or purple steel. I would have liked to have seen that because those cards can run beyond the horizon, but I think they just have a lot more fine tuning to adjust to and fix. Where amber steel and green steel, where it's like, oh, let's just fit this new 1 card into the deck with that and take out 2 extra cards, and boom, deck's done. There's no really figuring out, okay, do this, do this, do this.
What do you think, Ethan? Overall, the trade
I
pretty
mean,
good.
well, I like the idea that, or I like that those 2 cards are actually pretty good. Only because, hold on, make sure my mic is situated correctly. Like I said, I like that those 2 actions are, at least for now, kind of changing the way the decks are played. Because for the most part, actions are kind of just bad because they're kind of slow. But those cards provide those tempo swings that we're not really accustomed to, besides like maybe Brawl or whatever. Because we're so used to like cards like How Far I'll Go or all the Steel songs where we're just cheating the ink for free. So I think that's kind of unique that those cards are actually impacting the meta in that way. So I think it's cool, it's unique, and it's putting green purple back kind of into the meta without it being like an aggro deck, which it was kind of for a while. And I mean, it still obviously has the ability to go aggressive and stuff, but I like that it's got the ability to control the board. That sounds a little bit more fun to me. So yeah,
What
I
was
like the
funny
idea.
is that I almost thought if it was like an automatic track. So I'm like, it's a promo card. It's a gimmicky, like the pull the lever, wrong lever off the Cusco, right? Like whenever they do this like theme cards and it's promo, usually things like that are not competitive.
No,
Just like
exactly.
whenever like things are like like the puppy stuff. So like, whenever I saw like, oh, there's a wrong lever card, there's a pull lever card, I never was gonna think like, oh, that's gonna be in competitive play. Like just the title alone, like being gimmicky and like paired up, like Disney doesn't do that for like though Lorcana doesn't do that for some reason. So I thought that was pretty cool when you start having like literally the wrong lever, pull lever, and how the cards work, and like literally the nostalgia of what the Cusco thing is, and it's actually good. Like that's awesome, man. That's cool. Also, like I think we're like seeing this pie chart and we're seeing like it's 44% other. So the most represented deck is 16 players out of 90. That's not a lot. Like this, it doesn't show 44% because it's easier to just put 44% others. But like this was so many colors, bro. Like it's crazy how diverse this format is. If you guys thought Set 7 was diverse, oh man. This is gonna be a hard format. I know I was already like I want to play purple because I'm gonna be beating all the purple decks, but I'm like, but I'm probably gonna be losing the steel decks. I want to play with steel because I'm gonna beat all the steel decks, but I'm probably gonna lose all the purple decks. And it's like, yeah, man, you have to like, I don't know, man, it's gonna be hard.
Again, I like a diverse meta. Diverse metas are fun. They make the game more enjoyable. So it's gonna be cool. I think it's gonna be a good time.
For sure. So, let's go into some of the deck lists. So, in case you guys didn't know, Green still won the whole thing. So, take a look at that deck. What do we think about it?
Looks like
Yeah.
green's still good stuff. Yeah, pretty good.
Yeah. All they did. I don't like the one of swords, one of platinum. It just feels like they were just trying to just see how it worked out and see what clicked and what didn't. The one of Goofy's normal, but I think they could have just stuck with the solid 4 Bs, 4 Pete's, added another morph by something else. But that's just me. It's the first tournament. Everyone's getting their feet wet, but the main card that went in there was the Beyond, and it just makes the deck crazy. Maybe John's gonna get rotated out, so they're just not worried about it right now. But this it's gonna be a lot of green steel mirrors, amber steel mirrors until someone cracks the meta on how to beat this deck. He's like consistently.
Yeah, this I think. I mean, I'm not advocating for bans mid set, but I know a lot of people are on the social media websites and like Twitter or X now, and they're already complaining about Beyond the Horizon with Prince John being really stupid. I mean, if again, I'm not one who advocates for bans mid set. I don't think it should be. They were the Ravensburger were the ones who made the cards. The cards obviously seem stupid, but it is a card that can be abused by Prince John. So interesting. I think it's going to be kind of a long format. Don't think it's going to get very good. I think it's going to be pretty rough.
Will this set have a? Is it gonna have a? No, they're in September, right? It starts September DLCs.
No,
There's no guarantee, but more than likely,
no
it'll start in
guarantee.
Fabled.
They're announcing it.
Oh, it's gonna start Fabled.
More
Yeah,
than
they're
likely.
announcing it in June.
Most likely gonna be Fable.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. So it'll start rotation. So then it's nothing really too crazy to worry about. Like I don't think they're gonna ban John, especially if he's gonna get rotated out and he doesn't make the rotation.
Did we have an event? An event on set 7? Was Nats in set 7?
No, it was set 6.
Oh, set 6.
Okay.
It was sale. Or
That 7 was bad.
Yeah.
Set 7 was where they had the ban list. It was half format blue steel half. Set 7 was bad.
Okay.
They
might do it to Fable.
They were kind of trolling with set 7, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like I don't understand. Like mid band or mid format bans don't make sense.
Set 7 was like, we need to figure this game out. Like they did the ban list, they messed up. They were like, just when we were having the hiatus from events because they were trying to figure out, maybe TO organizers, they're trying to figure out all these things and how they want to do the game moving forward. I think set 7 was just literally like them. They're trying to focus on the future, so they like just set 7. There was like nothing. Like it was just whatever.
Yeah, they'll probably. I mean, we'll find out for sure in like 3 weeks or 2 weeks, whenever Worlds is. But I'm pretty sure
The cool thing with set 8 is you have the PPG stuff going on, and then the good thing about being in SoCal and like if you're in the Florida side, Southside gaming, like we're gonna have events, right? Like I think like there's the TCG event here coming up, and then on Sunday there's a San Diego event, and then next week after that is France event, and then there's a big tournament in Arizona. So it's like I can stay myself busy in set 8, but it's like it's for the people like I'm guessing in like the mid states, man, it's probably just another set champs set for you, right?
Yeah, probably. I don't mind this list. I don't like the one of grads. I don't like the fine and platinum. I do think Beyond the Horizon's gonna stay at 2, possibly 3. I definitely do not see it going to 4. I'm not the biggest fan of Hypnotize in the deck right now because I feel like Beyond is just doing what Hypnotize used to do for us. I feel like I'd rather play Chip Like, why are we playing Hypnotize instead of Chip? Like, wouldn't we rather have the body on board instead of the draw one? And then not only that, we've always been lacking 4-drops. Like, I feel like I'd rather just play the Chip instead of the Hypnotize. And even then, like I said, I'm not a fan of the Hypnotizes. Like, I think if I were to play a Hypnotize or Chip, it would be like 2. So I would go like 2 Hypnotizes or 2 Chips. I'm not mad at the Plutos. I was playing Pluto last set. My green still. I think it's pretty good. So even that one is fine. The main thing I don't like is the Platinum and the grab, but everything else I'm pretty cool with. I mean, it looks pretty standard green still. They just had to be on the horizon was the main like inclusion. But talking about the ban style, like, I mean, you guys heard my whole spiel last set. Like, to me, I'm usually not big of the bans, but at least I'm glad they're complaining about the right card, and it's Prince John. Like, I'm glad they're actually complaining about the right card. So,
hey, shout out Drake. Not a problem. Or Drake, Prince John, not a problem. Like Prince, like oh my god, just
it's uninteractable.
some guy looks like Prince John had 4 Johns on me, and like I had a developed board, and it was still so scary, even though he just had 1/2s on board. Like, it's so annoying.
Yeah,
like
one discard
Prince John is so ridiculous. Yes, one discard gives you draw 4. Like, that's
it's the inability to interact with a card that says ward on it. That's the problem. Yeah, that's the biggest issue. Like, you can't interact with it. There's not good enough removal in the game currently. There just isn't, and that's just what it is.
It's gonna force everyone that's on steel, some type of steel, to 100% play swords just for this one deck, just like how it was in set 3, 4, 3 and 4.
My problem with John is that the deck itself has ways to mitigate swords. So you literally have to top deck swords. It's like you're only out.
It's annoying.
Yeah. Like, you have to see swords at the perfect time, or else you're screwed. So it's not even the swords thing. It's the fact that you have to see it perfectly, or else you have swords in hand and the Ursula, it's gone. They do a good peep into Ursula, it's gone. Like,
yeah, and I agree. And like, Danny, you are correct. Like, grab in your swords in your deck could still be really good, because at least you're putting yourself in position. It's better to not have it at all, because then you really can't top deck it, right? The thing what's annoying, it's like how Cesar said, it's annoying when you do have it in your deck and it gets ripped, or they play Pete at the perfect time. John, draw 4. Okay, now you can grab me. Like, oh my gosh, there's some issues with green steel that are like, like out. I don't know, man. I don't want to rant about it too much, but I will say this: whenever green steel is really good in the format and it's very popular, I get to play my favorite deck, and I get to just giga tech for it, and then usually that's when I have success. So if it's like everywhere blue red or everywhere green steel, I rather just see everywhere green steel, because I at least know how to play like against it, for just been playing against it so long. I haven't said my thoughts on this list too much. I do like the grab your swords in this deck, because kind of like what Danny said, I do like the one grab, because I think in mirrors it could be really good. What I don't like is he didn't add enough targets for morph, and he didn't have enough 5-drops or possible singing. So I think I would have loved to see 4 Petes or 4 Sad Boys. Especially that one Pluto is just weird to me. If you're gonna commit to a Pluto, then like maybe more than one. If not, just maximize a Beast or a Pete, and give yourself more chances to, if you do top deck a grab, you can sing it, right? So I do like the grab. The one Pluto is just weird. I don't like the Pluto. Final my Flanum, I mean, hey, it's a one of, like, I don't know, like, if it's ever gonna be played, let's be real, it's gonna be a one of ever. And I think he just wanted to play the safe route of like, I don't want to be caught off guard. What if an item deck that someone? But in this format, I think it was just more like, let me just be safe than sorry, right? Yeah. Like let's say there was an item deck that was cooked up, like someone cooked up an item deck and it went in the finals and it faced them and he had the final platinum. All of a sudden, it's like the spiciest thing ever, right? So it's props for, like, I'd rather be safe than sorry. I just don't like the Pluto. Out of all this whole list, that Pluto is just weird, bro.
The reason it's 1 is because you can bounce it once it gets hurt.
Bounce it with the muses, right?
Yeah, and then you just keep replaying it. But I can see why you wouldn't like the 1-0, but it's like, if it gets hurt, you just rebounce it.
I actually like that interaction, but which is why it would make me want to play more than 1, which is weird. Like, at least 2.
Yeah, I mean, it's just mainly there to protect your Ursula, right?
Yeah.
So, like, if you
I also agree with you on the Hypnotize, by the way. I also agree on the Hypnotize because I feel like when mirrors and you have like Pete's, that those things can matter.
Yeah.
Like I went Dale, I have two Prince Johns on board. Well, you peated me. That's crazy. Here's a Dale. I just Chip, whatever his
Chip,
name is,
whatever,
or what it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's good.
I don't mind the grab. It's just like I said. It's so like. Dude, imagine it's in your opening hand. Like they Ursula you, it's just gone. Like
Yeah, it feels
like
bad.
I think it's super bricky. Like you top deck into it, it's gonna feel great. But then even then, like you cove, and then you're not playing Tink, so you cove and then you grab. Like you still gotta get rid of the cove. Like I don't know, it's rough. I don't know if I want to. I don't know if I want a bricky card like that in my hand.
I want to ask you guys' opinion because I obviously am not very like experienced with green steel, but the one list that I want, or the one card I really wanted to try in this deck was the shift hook, and then the 1-drop hook. Do you think that like throws off the entire build of the deck, or do you think it makes it weaker? I mean, I'm sure it probably makes it like less refined, but I feel like that 4/5 is a pretty good card, especially if it comes down on 3. But maybe I'm wrong.
I think you can play discard. I'm still high. I'm not super high on the hook because I thought he did something different as much as I was. But I do think there's a list. I do think that the hooks are not in here, or at least some of them didn't top because it is so new. Like if you look at most of these lists, they're very like I just added one or two new cards. Like if you're gonna do that hook line, like it's gonna change the deck quite a bit. I still think it could be discard, but I think it's gonna change the deck quite a bit. Like I don't think like it was probably safer to just go with this unless you somehow put like giga hours and like hella cooked up the list, then the hook would have been in. But I still think the hook can be fine. I just think like they probably like Hector said played it safe. I'm gonna just add these two new cards and call it a day. Like it is what it is. And even then, like the deck's not bad, but
Yeah, the deck. That's why the deck does fine without the new cards, and just adding these 2 new cards made the deck a little better. Well, a lot better when you get it, but it is really good.
moving on. But yeah, I still think the hook can do some work in some lists. Let's see, Ruby Amethyst was in the finals with it.
Ruby Amethyst. Of course, we'd still beat the Ruby Amethyst when I was like that be online.
Yeah. So this is the list, boys. It looks like it is still a shark version, a pan shark. That's cool. I actually like this list. I'm surprised I haven't tried it yet, but I'm actually more fond of this list than like the old style of red purple.
Dude, that card is so good, weirdly enough. And in sealed, it was good. I mean, I'm glad that it actually topped. I mean, they made finals in a 90-player event. That 4-drop action, guys, is pretty good. I thought it was bad. It's like, I don't know if you guys read it, but it's like you get to move 1 damage counter from each of your characters that have damage onto 1 opposing character. For each damage that was moved, you draw a card. So, like, at
You have to
bat,
have
it's
3
like you.
You have to have 3 separate characters, right? Like they each have to have 1 damage. It's not 3 off of 1 character.
Yeah, it's like, yeah. Let's say you want to do 3 damage, it has to be 3 different characters.
Okay.
Yeah, but like the best scenario is you do move the 3, you draw 3, which is great. And it's like at worst scenario, like you do the. I mean, at worst, you do the 1 damage and then you draw 1 card. But I think for the most part, it's always going to be like 2 damage, draw 2.
Yeah, I mean, look at
But I
it
think that
like
card is good. I respect it, especially in a shark build with the action. You can add it back. Like I don't know. If you add more, if you need to add more friends, maybe. Like I think it's not bad.
it's like a semi removal, and if you look at the list, like a bunch of 3 health, 4 health, 6 health, 5 health, like a lot of your characters are gonna have damage on it. So, and it's a
Also,
removal
the
slash
Yagos,
draw.
no?
Yeah, that's what I'm
Yagos
saying.
illusion.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. 6 health, 5 health. Like there's a bunch of like high health characters. So, I mean, I can see this popping off, and it's a draw and a removal. Like, why not?
Yeah, I think in the sealed I did it to a palace guard. I moved 1 damage, and then I drew the card and I got rid of the palace guard because it's an illusion character. So hey, Yago and all that, it counts. It's good.
Yeah, I like the list.
Uh,
I peeped it.
the list looks solid. The one Monstro, Monstro. What's his name?
Monstro. Yeah.
Monstro, yeah, solid. It's a one of, not bad. You see it, you don't, you don't. I do think Tremaine in this meta is gonna go back to like 2 to 3, just because if you can out whatever else is on the board and there's only a ward character left, Tremaine.
Because I don't feel like
Do
Tremaine's a
you-
good answer for John. It's like have so many like cards that you can just
yeah,
keep standing.
that's true. It's like when it was like the argument with like the sharp, but then it's like you have the tipo. Like it's like you have to also you're the tipo, so like you have to. It's like Tremaine with plus other removals.
Every time I saw Tremaine come down, he's just like, all right, cool. I'll just kill my 2-drop Ursa. Oh, you Tremained again? I'll just kill my Pete. Like, yeah,
Yeah.
forget my
I
Diablo.
want to get rid of all that stuff.
Yeah, how?
What do you mean?
If
You have
if you keep it standing, how are you getting rid of all that?
you have Elsa. Well, he only has Elsa.
Yeah, the Elsa. What do you think the Elsa's gonna kill? The Diablo.
The issue with the Elsa is like when it has a 2-drop Ursula, you can't kill her.
Yeah. Then you got to keep in mind that they also have the other danger of getting your hand discarded. So
maybe Pinocchio makes a comeback.
I actually think that's true. I think Pinocchio right now it's really good. I think actually it's very slept on right now. I think right now in an amber steel or green steel format, if I go 1-drop, whatever that, anything that has at least 2 strength or at least 3 strength, and then you can go Pinocchio and that kills your tempo. Like I think it's so important to like kill the tempo early off amber steel and green steel. So I think I can see Pinocchio being like good. At least in Blurple, I want to try it as like 1 or 2 of. Ethan, you've done purple red before though. What do you think on? Well, you've done purple before. Like, what do you think on Monstro? What do you think about Monstro? I want to get your thoughts on Monstro because yeah.
Monstro, huh? I think the card is really, really good. I mean, right? He doesn't come into play exerted, does he?
no,
Like
that's rush.
No, he just has rush, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
that card's broken. That card's so good. The heck, it's like a 6/8. You can just keep discarding cards. There's not a lot of times in this game or in Ruby Amethyst where you don't have a grip of cards in your hand. Obviously, there are times where you don't, but for the most part, I think that one, like just having a 6/8 that comes in and can challenge, man, it kills almost every board, which is pretty crazy. It's a good freaking card. I like it a lot. It's one of those cards that I'm really in favor of. Just because you can keep restanding it and stuff like that. So I think that's pretty unique in what it can do.
Discard your actions.
Yeah,
discard your actions so your shark gets it back.
Yeah, like you're discarding your actions and then you can just restand the Monstro and challenge or challenge with the shark. The one card I am curious about in the Ruby Amethyst, because I like the card a lot, is the Lilo, but I don't know if Lilo works.
Oh yeah, I think that's
People were saying that purple red burn, like in the purple red burn deck with a bunch of actions of thievery and like the 2-drop whatever.
I don't like RP burn. I never really was a big fan of it because at the time I was just playing regular RP control, but I can see why it's really good. So yeah.
You know, weirdly enough, I was gonna tell you guys about in Monstro. So I mean, you do have a point about discarding an action with Monstro and then start getting him back. I don't think he's that good in Ruby Amethyst because I feel like it's Ruby. You don't need Monstro, and then I'd rather play Scar because I have access to Scar. I feel like he's great in Blurple because I don't have a Scar and because I don't have massive removal. So he's an unnecessary evil. Also, I do feel, yes, in this you can pitch action, sure, but I still feel better pitching popsicles because I know some Blurple players have been adding the 6-drop Tamatoa back in Blurple. I'd rather be pitching like popsicles, right, and then add those back or like stuff like that. But I love it in Blurple. In Ruby Amethyst, I'm not so sure when you play it when you have access to Ruby. But hey, I mean, I don't know. He in the finals, maybe it is an 8 shielder over a 5 shielder Scar, right? I mean, hey, that's the difference. So it's inkable. That's the difference too. So
I agree. I like the card a lot, but I don't know how much I like him in any shell outside of Blurple.
To be fair, he's also a one of, which I'm also not a big fan of one of cards in most decks because like if you're playing one of, then why are you even playing it at all? Because except for like maybe like a few cards,
you got to think about it, like it's like rolling it, and if you look at it, he's playing 3 B preps, so I'm assuming it's like his 4th B prep, in a sense.
Just play 4 B
which is my issue too, right? Like you're putting the Monstro before you put the 4 B preps in a shark deck is a little bit weird too.
Maybe his
like I've always thought like when people like add more like I always like when people go like 4B preps and 2 scars, or like when you add more to it. I'm a big believer that like if you're starting to do like 2B preps, 2 scars, like well, why like just like pick one? I don't know.
Yeah. No, that's why I scrolled up to see Sun Ink. Maybe he doesn't want to go over 14. Because I was gonna say the
How
same
much is
thing.
it?
He should have. He's at 14. I was gonna say the same thing. Why doesn't he just play Scar?
Yeah, I
But
mean, he should just be playing Scar. Just like I think it
I
does
mean,
the
I would.
same
In Ruby,
thing.
right?
I feel like
Probably
I
in
would just cut
Ruby.
out the genie and play the Scar
This
instead.
one genie, man, what's up with this one? That's funny.
Yeah. I mean, me
He like
personally, I would
it,
probably
like
cut the genie and play the Scar, and then remove
again.
this, and then add
He
something else.
That's fair.
he's doing a lot of one-ups, which is cool. Like if you want to do that, but I just feel like it doesn't really like it kind of feels like you're just dipping your toes in a bunch of different areas and not diving into one specific thing when you can like
Yeah, you're just trying to see what
hone in a
sticks,
way. Yeah,
right?
and
First
I get it.
tournament,
Like they probably
First
just
testing the
tournament,
water.
he
Yeah.
I
probably
guess.
he probably was like, I don't care how this goes. It'll be fun. Good players. You know what I mean? And look at that. He shows up in the finals. Better
Ooh,
than
purple green.
Yeah. So honestly,
Yeah,
I know
this
the temple
this is
build's going around, but I would probably play a discard version of purple green. But that's me.
Oh, this is a Discord version. Yeah, this is the one I wouldn't play, but that's peace.
This is the one I would play, but that's peace.
yeah,
Yeah.
this one's super solid, right? You still have the Diablo shifts. Um, you have crabs for trading, right? Genie's like normal. Only 2 Johns though. When you have all this discard, so it still feels kind of rough, but still solid. And then the lever combo, so good.
Yeah, I think it's like, I mean, obviously you can only play it here, but I think it's perfect here because Diablo just allows you to discard the pull the lever to put it in the discard for wrong lever. So, I don't know. I feel like in some previous green purple lists, like weren't they going down to like 8 or 10 Diablo instead of the 12? Like I feel like we don't need the 12.
I think it's just combating. That's why he has like the more crabs and less foxes now. I don't know. I'm not sure because it's the same thing. Like if you have more foxes, less of the two. You don't need that all the 2-drop Diablos all the time. But and then he has the crickies for trading.
I mean, yeah, like is the 2-drop really worth it? Probably not, right?
Yeah.
Is that the bird, the
Yeah.
challenger one?
The
Yeah.
challenger
I
bird.
will say this: whenever they played on me when I was purple, I do hate how he outspan. I do
100%.
Yeah.
hate
That's
how he.
fine.
That's annoying. But I mean, yeah, I don't know how many copies of Diablo. I don't know. That's
Yeah,
probably not
But like,
necessary.
I think 10 Diablos is fine. I don't think you want. I don't think you need the 12. I would say like 8 to 10.
Yeah.
But that's just me.
Before we go to the, I do want to talk about this because I don't know if you guys' thoughts about this. So, the reason I don't like this version of purple green, now I could be wrong, and my theory could be flawed. So, I think it does. If you want to fully go discard, it's mid. If you want to go fully tempo, it's mid. It can do a little bit of both and like play the tempo-ish discard as it goes, and that's okay. But like I think green steel and green yellow do the discard way better. And then if you're gonna be playing this deck, I can give you like 5 different decks that play purple in a better tempo. So that's my issue with this version of the discard. Like I'd rather just be playing green steel or green yellow. And if I rather go the tempo, then I'd rather just be playing the tempo versions of like either purple, purple red, or the purple green. That's the tempo. But I don't
So,
know. I mean, I don't know.
so my view on it is green yellow does discard the best, and then green steel does it second best, and then this one like does it third best, right? But the problem with green yellow is if you don't see John, I feel like the deck kind of falls apart. And then with green steel,
With green yellow,
with yeah,
you said?
yeah,
Okay.
and then with green steel, like they can go heavy discard, but the main reason for that is if they go Singer Ursula. I feel like in this deck, you can waste your discards more freely and not have your John on board because you already have a lot of the card draw from purple. So you can like more willy nilly just shoot off your discard, which is why I
yeah,
think
I'm
which is
not
why I
worried
think
about.
this version of it
Yeah,
is strong and has its own strength. Is that like in green steel and in green yellow, like you discard and you kind of feel bad because you're not getting value out of it, and that's like one of your like sources of like primary draw. But in green purple, you can just shoot it off and not feel that bad because you have your friends, you have your genies, you have now pull the lever. Like I'll just start spamming sudden chills. I don't care. Like I'll use like I don't know. That's how I view it. But
Oh,
Yeah, but like I
definitely.
guess it's the one discard deck that doesn't need to rely on John because a I didn't have John. Well, I'm still gonna be drawing because I play purple.
yeah,
That's fair. I guess that's a good point of like why to play this one. I okay, so that's fair.
I,
yeah,
I I like though like the take that Hector is saying on the tempo one, just because you're playing purple, so you have all the best one drops. Then you're playing green, where you have at least a really really good one drop also Merfolk. So if you went all one drops Merfolk or Merfolk whatever, you can run away with the game just by dropping 3 Merfolk sometimes and just questing. Um, and
I mean
then
don't
now
get
I see them
don't get me wrong.
playing the
Because
two
I
drop.
remember the original theory was the purple green where it started. Remember the purple green discard what really got it popping is I have infinite Diablo fodders for the shift. But we were just talking about is it that necessary? Should we start cutting down on some? And just play green steel. That's how I feel on the discard part of it.
Yeah.
On the
Yeah.
discard part of it. Because what was scary to me when that first deck came out, it was like, oh my gosh, like when I was playing Fire the Cans or whatever I was playing, right? I was like, well, now there's 3 Diablos on board. So it's gonna happen no matter what. That was what I was used to be scared of this about this deck.
I think the reason why it became so popular is because this deck doesn't rely on Diablo as much. Plus, it still
Which
has
is also
the
weird, right?
plus
Because
it
it
still
doesn't need
has
it.
yeah. Plus, it still has the triple shift line. I mean, even going from 4 to 10 is a lot. Like even if you're not fully playing the 12, like I feel that still increases your chances a lot. And this deck also combated with the Genie Wars, which was a big problem. So I feel like that's why it
That's right.
became popular. I don't think it was necessarily because of the Diablo lines. I think it's just kind of like a benefit, right? And then the 2 drop Diablo also helped the evasive wars because it was an evasive. So I think there's more reasons than just the Diablo, but because
That's
like a
fair.
lot of people said like I mean obviously Diablo is broken. Like if it sticks, but it had a better chance of dealing with the evasive wars than green steel. And
When you have the Challenger Diablo, and then if your like deck list had a Cricky, then like it starts adding like okay, well this deck fights back too,
yeah,
and it draws and it discards.
yeah.
So like I
If your
that's
Diablo
fair.
if your Diablo dies, you don't feel bad because you still have your friends and all your other stuff that draws. So, but
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
you're right.
but
I like
like
this.
in the temple, yeah, no Diablo feels fine because you're still drawing like crazy.
Yeah, no, I mean, don't get me wrong. Actually, honestly, I don't mind the tempo version that much. Like when we were in Vegas, like I was pretty like highly considering playing the green purple. Um, but I mean, this is still more my style. I don't hate the tempo. I still think it's a really good deck. Like, um, I wouldn't be. I
What's
wouldn't.
super funny too when I met Caesar, it was chapter 1, purple green.
Purple green aggro. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's when I met him. So when like I never knew he was like this control player. I always thought he was like a fast one. Like it's just so funny. Like I never thought like I met him on purple green like set 1.
It's because I
Purple
didn't want to
green.
spend that much money into it, and then like I knew I wanted to play purple because it was like the main deck that drew cards, right? I mean, it was like the main.
Chill was over here on Amber Steels, on Ruby Amethyst. Oh my gosh, dang.
That was
That's
fun.
when I was like sweaty meta.
I'm
That's
just
crazy.
I'm just laughing that I ended up on yellow blue at the end of the set.
Was
And
that one?
that deck was so fun. Yeah.
Yeah,
Set one, that deck was cool
Yeah,
because you
that
could
deck
go
it
was
was.
like Hades and all the cool
Yeah,
stuff.
Surfer
That
Stitch,
that format
Rapunzel,
was
yeah.
that
shit
format was
fun.
I
fun.
think that deck started being popular because it was like it's too chunky for Amber Steel to deal with, but it can still have a chance against Purple Red,
Yeah.
and that's why that deck became popular.
Yeah.
All right.
Which
So
again, that's cool.
Amber
All
Steel.
right, good old Amber Steel.
This isn't
Ethan.
songs though. This is aggro. This is
Oh,
James.
I like
James,
this deck. I'm not gonna lie.
that fool's a
So
bozo.
I think Rhino is good. When I was scared, I don't know if you guys saw the podcast, but when I was scared of Rhino, I was saying in this deck, I think he's okay in the songs version, but in this version, like I think he's like super good. Like I think he's super scary. Like every deck that I played or every game I played against like this aggro version and they drop Rhino, I'm like, dude, like what do I do? Like it's gonna take like 2-3 cards for me to deal with it.
Is top 8 or top 4?
This is top 8.
I mean, right now, currently, what I'm testing is kind of an aggro deck because, I don't really want to play regular Steel Song because it just feels like it's kind of in a weird spot. And I'm not saying it's not a good deck, but I think the deck is kind of in a weird. It's weird to say. It just feels like it's in a weird spot.
A lot of people
Feels
are
like
tweaking it for like Beyond or Bust too.
yeah,
Like
and
there's
it feels
on
like
that.
Daisy
It's kind of
doesn't
whack. It's
have a
kind
home
of
in the
lame.
deck. It feels like Daisy doesn't have a home in the deck, which makes your blue-red matchup really, really bad.
Yeah.
So in that regard, it's like if blue-red has some popularity, which it always will, because blue-red is one of the decks that people like to play, and it's just consistently good. You're gonna be losing that matchup, which is kind of like rough. And so I think the aggro decks kind of have the ability to kind of get under those decks, and it also has a good matchup into green steel because it's kind of so fast. Not always, like obviously
Yeah.
the decks can take games off each other all the time, but aggro has a way of kind of just getting under green steel because it's just too fast. And yeah, and the new card Rhino is really broken, so I'm a big fan of that card.
I don't blame you for going the aggro version because my biggest problem with, and it goes back to me talking about like some of the bans, is like there's so many cards in here that are so hard to deal with on curve. Like Daisy is so hard to deal with. Now with the lady, like you're dropping. Let's go back to just talking about straight up willpower. Like on turn 3, let's say you go Daisy, Smee, and then lady. On turn 3, you're gonna present 2, 4, 6, and let's say you cheat out like another Smee, or let's say even Piglet. You're presenting almost like 10, 12 lore with almost like, what is it, like 8 willpower on board on turn 3.
More.
Like that's
More.
that's crazy. Like that's insane, dude. Like
Yeah.
how
There's
are you
also
dealing with
no
8
card
willpower? Like
There really is like no card that deals with Rhino effectively other than Zeus early on. I think
and
yeah,
Fox.
because like Fox,
Oh no, Fox
Fox
doesn't
doesn't
kill it.
kill it.
Yeah.
No, Fox doesn't kill it. Fox leaves it up 2 health.
Let me show you
So
the
it's
issue with that one too. Like
One health.
what Caesar just said. I can go turn 1 Rafiki, the 1-drop, the Challenger 3. I can go turn 2 Rafiki, and I still can't clear your board.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Think about that.
And I mean, and if you're playing 3 Rafikis, you're already losing anyway. So you know.
Yeah, but but what I'm saying is like I'm presenting
Yeah.
9 willpower on turn 3. I'm presenting 9 strength, and I can't clear your board.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's rough, but that's where like I think Into the Unknown actually is gonna play a big part
But then
in
you're
kind of
ramping
checking.
them. Like
But at
like
that
Wait,
point,
what?
you're like,
imagine they just dock you and then they just draw the 2. Now you
yeah,
gain the extra 8.
that's the word.
Like I'm sad.
And you sit there and you're just sitting there crying in your milk while you were.
That's
Yeah.
what I mean. I think I was telling him like the more beyond it could be a strategy, the more dock and desperate plan counter it. Because right,
Yeah.
it's like, oh, the beyond my hand, it's like, oh, I'm playing a Lord of the Ground deck anyway. Here's a dock, here's a desperate plan, draw 3, like draw 2, like you know what I mean? Is like it can.
That's my problem
It counts your deck.
that's my problem with like in green still having more than, that was my whole reasoning. And like in our first podcast I said I don't think I would put
Playing
it
a
more
bunch
than
of
2
yeah.
because if you go too low to the ground, like the card is just kind of dead.
No, yeah,
You don't
definitely.
want to fall in that crutch of beyond is your win con, because then you're gonna like start losing games like that.
Yeah, I feel like
That-
Beyond's good
that's
in
what-
like the long range, or like if you can cheat it out super early, like and like make them discard 5 cards and then redraw them 3. Like
It's great to beyond blue red. I'll tell you that.
Yeah,
I will
no,
be
100%.
I will beyond blue red any day.
Yeah.
I wonder how the Diggy Hole version of Zan's list for Green Steel with Beyond, how that would work. So you're just like throw everything down, recycle.
I wonder if
But-
it would go beyond or if you to go like dock or the plan. No, desperate plan, draw 3 or no. Oh, I guess you have to go beyond because of the Johns. I know. Yeah, never mind. Yeah, you have to go
Yeah,
beyond.
you probably go Beyond still. Was that version playing 4 Johns? It was, huh?
No, it was still on 3, but you were on Merfolks, Diablos.
How do you even fit the
Shmi.
Beyonds though? Is what I'm trying to figure out. He was already at like 20 unequals.
Yeah, so you're still gonna be at
This
20.
guy's on Rapunzel Tower. My bad. Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, he is.
Dude, we were just talking about shields, and if like on turn 4 he goes Rapunzel Tower, move everything. Oh my god.
Yeah,
It-
it's kind of rough.
The nice thing about that card is when in your worst matchup, that card is just ink. Because like in blue red, obviously you're probably not playing it, but in your
Yeah.
best matchups, like in your steel matchups, you're playing that card
It's
on
so
it.
good.
It's so
It's
good.
so-
Yeah,
It's because
because
it's only a 2 cost and there's only one to move the character,
and then
right?
it's an 8
Yep.
willpower. Like it's so hard to get rid of. Like you're spending almost
Yeah,
like 2 turns to
bro.
get rid
It's
of
like
that location.
the thing that's annoying about that card is because if I do have enough willpower to out this location, I probably still lose because then you have all your characters alive and then you just quest
And then you
out.
get
Like,
favorite trades, and then you just activate a Rapunzel.
oh man, that's broken. This list is good. This list is like
If
something that if I were
if
to do,
James
I'm
doesn't
still
win
I'll
every
probably try.
event, I'm gonna be sick.
He's not gonna win every event, I promise you.
Well, he's gonna have 4 just-in-times, and he's gonna have a different.
Nah,
I think just in
I'm gonna be
time.
honest, no, he did say he did tell me he's like I don't think he did tell me he's like I don't think just in time is gonna be at this
Yeah,
set.
no,
So I
not
think
anymore.
you're gonna see him on this type of
yeah,
stuff.
no.
Yeah,
I
you're
was
gonna
about to
see him
say,
on
I think you can't play just in time anymore, bro. Like this lady's so broken. Like just cheat out 2 characters instead.
this. I will say this: I will respect probably more this type of place. Weirdly enough, this type of play style more than Sing Beyond on 3 and you have Forgotten Me on 4. I will respect this type of play style more
That's fair.
than that other one.
That's fair. That's fair.
Hey, hey. What's the next one?
Let's see if I can find an Amber Steel that. I skipped Trinidad. Oh, he was.
Well, it's not really
Trinidad.
Trinidad, right? Yeah, this is not Trinidad.
This is not Trinidad.
Yeah,
Only
this
like
is
8 cards in the deck. Or like maybe like 10. Yeah.
No, it's not. He has the
What's the just-in-time green yellow list?
yeah, he has small lady, big lady, small tramp, and that's it for dogs, I think.
Bro, he's
Is that the Goofy Lord? That card is annoying.
He's not playing 3
Yeah,
drop. He's not playing 3 drop lady. He must have not had it.
No, I think he was.
Hey,
it was
to be fair, probably.
He must have not.
no,
had
I
it,
think
bro.
he was going for
Nah.
more just a gimmicky route, no? Because he's just in timing, lady, or he's just in timing the goof, so that turn 4 he's swinging, giving something ward, so that it's not gonna die
I
like a
refuse to
daisy or
believe
something.
that.
I get it,
he
Danny,
didn't
but I
have
think
it.
he could still do all that with still having the ladies in his deck. I'm gonna be honest, he probably just didn't have access to it. Remember this opening weekend, like he does peace, like he probably
Yeah,
didn't
you
have
gotta keep
access
in
to it.
mind that some of these lists just don't have some cards because they literally just didn't have it. And I refuse to believe that he's not playing some amount of ladies just because. Like I fully believe it's because he didn't have it.
Because I believe you can go lady, then do what it, and then when you go just in time, the what's it called? Is it the tramp or the other lady? The other lady, the one that adds 2 from the back, and then you can add that lady and something else. Like, oh, that's just so broken.
Yeah, no, it's
Hey,
hard for me to believe that.
I respect the Pegasus 5 drop with the just in time. I don't know if this is probably the best deck to be just in timing because like how much? I mean, is the Goofy a 5 drop or 4 drop?
It's a 5.
5 drop. But the Pegasus.
I guess just in time Goofy is pretty good.
Dude, the
but
only
I
good
don't know.
just in time target on here is Goofy. Like Pegasus isn't even that good because it doesn't even trigger the effect. You have to shift it, don't you?
Yeah, you have to shift. Yeah.
Yeah, he's whatever. Hey, yeah, just in time Creaky is weird too.
Yeah, like it's literally because even just in time
So
lady.
what? You're gonna like you're only gonna boost 2 of your character's strength
Yeah,
and then
just in
swing
time
with them.
lady
Like,
is
that's
weird too. Like you're not gonna get anything back from your discard more than likely.
What do you mean?
Like just in timing lady, like that's kind
You're
of.
not gonna have 2 things dead.
Oh, you're talking like on curve.
Yeah.
On curve. Yeah. I think I was thinking it more like you play just in time. You play that card for 2 less technically ink, like mid game,
Yeah.
and then you add 2 back, and then that gives you the ink spare that you would have dropped this.
Yeah, that makes
to
sense.
play the. But yeah, on curve is probably horrible.
Yeah.
Which we don't know his mulligan patterns, right? Like maybe he always put just in time's back in his mulligan. Maybe that was meant for mid game with lady. Who knows?
Yeah, maybe.
I like that deck a lot though because it's not the, what's it called? It's not the Churn a dog style. Like it's still playing, but it's still playing the green yellow cards. I think that's kind of cool, kind of unique. I'm not a big fan of I'm not a big fan of the 6-drop or the what is it? The 6-drop tramp that where it's like you draw and discard. It's cool. I think it's a cool card. It's not my play style, but like because it kind of feels like really, really high roll. You have to draw really, really well.
Yeah, you're cycling.
If you
That's all I was
don't,
doing.
yeah, you're cycling, but if you don't cycle well enough, you just auto lose, and that kind of sucks.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I do agree with what like Ethan's saying. Like I'm not the biggest fan of high rolling strategies. Like I start losing the game, the fun for me. Like what I said was like seeing Beyond and go, you have forgotten me, or Prince John Beyond, right? Or like in this scenario when you go like draw four, pitch four little ones, next turn 10 drop turn. Like I'm just not a big fan of playing Lorcana that way. I like more of like let's play the game, but hey, that's just no, whatever. That's just my like. That's why I don't like the like how he said like I don't like those certain strategies of like other people doing like high rolly or the deck doesn't win. I don't know.
I thought
yeah,
this was
like
maybe
I
a song version, but it's not.
it I also agree with you in that sense where like you don't like to play high rolly decks, but I also was playing Steel Song, which is the epitome of a high roll deck, so can't really speak.
No, I think it's different because you were still playing the game. I mean, like, I meant like my one drop Cindy, two drop Vanessa, turn three Beyond, turn four you have forgotten me.
Yeah,
Like when that's your win con, you know what I mean? Like that's okay. Or like when like I think Green still can win many other ways, but like if they're playing four Beyonds and they're going for Johnson, like they're going mulligan for that. Like it just I don't know, man.
Yeah. Was there any blurple lists that were available, Caesar,
Yeah, I
from the
was
top
like
16?
looking at some of
Oh
them,
wait. Hold on,
but
shout out
this
to
is
this
a
one. This is the
temple.
tempo one, the
Yeah,
tempo
this is
green.
a temple. This was like Artifacts was like one of his first builds, I think.
Yeah.
Um, but I
Wait,
think
what does
now
that Madame do? The magic of the spell. I'm
I
sorry.
think
What does
it's
that
like
do? I don't remember what that does.
every time you bounce. Let me see. When you play this character, you may return another chosen character of yours to your hand to draw a card. So whenever you play it, it's like a bounce,
Oh,
like
that's
a it's
peace.
like a bounce card kind of.
That's peace. It's a Madame.
Yeah,
pretty
in a
cool.
sense.
I mean, when you can bounce back Go Go and bounce back Cloud Kicker and bounce back Crab, bounce back Go. I'm surprised this has no rabbits, but I don't think you probably need them in this. There ain't three big Ursulas. I don't know about that. But hey, that's peace. He was scared of Steel Song probably, or he didn't want to get what? Oh, hey, he didn't want to get Beyond.
Beyond, yeah.
Hey, that's
I think
peace.
it's coming out super late. He doesn't even have the purple.
He had the shift. It's right here.
Yeah, he has a shift. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You right. Yeah.
Yeah. What is it on shift 5? Hey,
Yeah.
that's probably around the time.
Yeah.
Like on the yeah. It's not bad.
Cool. All right, let's check out Blurp 1. I think we're done.
Yeah.
Oh,
Did
wait.
Blurple do well at the tournament? Top 16?
Top
You
16.
got 3 top 16s, I think.
Yeah, I got
cool.
3 top 16.
Anyone got Hades for spare? I play blue now. No, I'm just kidding. Joking.
I know we were talking about
Blur.
the thing, and then Ethan was like, "Anyone got Hades? Anyone got into?" And I was like, "Okay, he's trolling. Okay, good
Yeah.
trolling."
Yeah, can't help but grieve a little bit.
Weirdly enough, I actually can see you playing Blurple.
I
feel
honestly,
like
I
I've seen
honestly
you.
might want to play it. I might want to try it. Just like, I like the
One-
build. Like, I like the builds like this where there's more than 4 1-drops. I was not a big fan of the builds that were Popsicle and Bell only on turn 1. Kind of felt pretty bad, but also I didn't play the deck, so I don't know if that was good or not. So
I will
Yeah.
say this:
Well.
I think good Ruby Amethyst players that don't rely on B prep are insane Blurple players.
I can see that. I hated relying on B prep, but I mean, I also
Like there was
wasn't
players
really-
like would hold on that B prep and would use all these other interactions because like no, I don't want to like B prep like it's a neg. Like I want to like only worst comes to worst, right? Those are the type of players that can play Blurple. Like, but I think it's good. Like having the Monstro now for Blurple was needed. I think it's cool. Like what I didn't realize is that it's an emergency button, and it becomes every card in your hand that you're discarding technically a Dragonfire, right? But I cannot play 4 Dragonfires from my hand because I do not have 20 ink. I'll just discard, Monstro kills. Discard, Monstro kills. Discard, Monstro kills. I just Dragonfire you for 3.
And also you can
Imagine giving him a base.
And also you can choose like what threats, like right? Like you can just choose to discard 2 because there's only 2 big threats you got to get rid of and the rest isn't like that much. Like you don't have to wipe the whole board. Like
Yeah, no, I agree. I also like the situation with like Elsa and Monstro because it can also swing at something. This is why I also like the Pinocchio possibly coming back. It's a very cheap cost card that exerts. Not only that, it gives like a Monstro an extra like target. Not only that, when you go Bell on turn 1, turn 2 Pinocchio, hit Little Cindy, hit any of the Green Steel characters, hit anything in any deck, pretty much. It's a really
Except
strong
Amethyst, though.
interaction that I really want to mess with, and I need to test it. I think it comes at 2 of. Also, 4 into the unknown. You just play Shark. I go Pinocchio. Hard cast Heart into the unknown.
Yeah.
I don't even care.
Yeah.
So
I
I mean,
I
I don't
like
know.
this
I think
deck.
this deck is good.
I don't know about one crab just for 4 popsicles, right? That's the only item he has in here. Kind of weird. I guess that's the reason why for
For
one,
one
but
crab.
yeah, he has one
The
crab.
Tamatoa. The Tamatoa.
Yeah. I guess it's all right because you're only running one, so if you see it, you see it. But I think if you just go into another slot, like, might as well just run another friends, draw 3. Um, I don't see any Yagos, so it's different. But he does have the pans to, I guess, combat the Diablo still. But it's cool. I like
You
to
know
see it.
what? I saw 3 top 16 lists. I think I was very shocked. None of them did Yago. I think maybe one did, and I was like, okay, so maybe you don't need Yago. I think it's because all of them were on 4 into the unknown, and they're like, well, if they exert their evasive character, I could just into the unknown it. But I don't know.
But like Cesar was saying, like you're ramping, like giving
Yeah,
them
that's what I mean too. That's what I
over.
think. I actually agree with you,
Yeah.
but these decks we're topping, I'm just like, okay, well, maybe, but I mean, I have to consider it, right? Like maybe you don't need at least maybe 3 hours, maybe you only need 2, or maybe you just don't need them at all. Is this another top 16?
Yeah, these are all.
I guess we can compare them. Like,
I like this
yeah,
list
this
the
one was on the
most.
Elsa's. Oh, I know. That's the one I saw with the Talas, and then they had the yeah. This list
There's
is
so many,
peace.
a
This
lot of
list is peace.
versions.
I actually like this list.
Yeah, I like this list the most.
He has 4. I actually like this list a lot. I like how he said the
I don't like
main
the
thing
grab
about
models.
Blurple, the main strength about Blurple is that I'm playing my 4-drop on 3. So let me give myself the most options. I'm gonna play Tala, I'm gonna
Yeah.
play Go, I'm gonna play Rabbit, I'm gonna play Genie. Like I'm just never missing that good 4-drop ever.
Like either direction you go, it's still a solid 4 drop
And
from
then
either.
and maybe he was like peace. He's like, you know what? I can't play Gaston on Incapability Wise, or maybe it's just too it's not it doesn't belong in the deck. Let me just do a mini Gaston.
I think if you put one Monstro in this deck, this one that we're looking at right now, it would be pretty solid. I would like it a lot more because you
Yeah.
have one Elsa Spirit, the large one. I think she goes to 2, but one Monstro, I think it'd be solid if you can fit
I
it
think you
somehow.
could definitely cut
I was
the
trying
Tala.
to Elsa with the 3 Hades and the monster, and I was going higher to the ground, but then I started losing. The more higher you go like that, the more you're losing to Blue Red,
Yeah,
as Caesar can tell you, because it just wasn't enough. So you need to still kind of maybe do a minimal high cost as you can, just whatever, just absolutely you need it, and keep it low to the ground so you can still like do good against like the other matchups. But yeah,
For sure,
Eh,
for sure.
shout out into the unknown though. Hey,
And there's his
right.
green yellow list in top 16.
Chip is the only thing new, right? Oh yeah. Well, he has Lady in the Trap.
Chip,
Uh,
Champ, and that's about it.
Kid under the sea. That's the kid
why,
under the
why
sea.
Trap? What does the Trap do? What is it doing
It's
for the
the one
deck?
that draws. It's the one that Ethan said he doesn't like.
Oh, you discard and draw that many cards.
Yeah.
So he's just doing it to do that effect, right? Because there's no shift target.
Yeah. He's just doing that. I mean, it's a good
Okay.
body, bro. It's 2/6. Like,
Mm,
if
I
you go out on
guess.
curve, you
But
can play it on 4. I think 4 or 5.
I don't know.
A 2/6.
weird.
A 2/6 that quests for 2 on 4. Not bad. I mean, sorry, a 2/6 that quests for 2 on 4 is not bad.
I think they're just trying to fit new cards.
Well, this is an old card.
Like no, but they put Chip in. They put Chip in. Chip's 3/2, right?
Yeah.
You might as well. We had Daisy this whole time. Daisy at least has 3 lives, so it doesn't die to a storm. So I guess you would run Daisy
I
instead.
mean, it just
Well, unless
depends.
I guess yeah, you want to trade a little bit better. I guess you run Chip.
Yeah. That one, literally just depends on what you're expecting. But
I know what people were saying we're falling into. We're going into, and I think we're going to start seeing a little bit lesser green yellow. I think we're into a steel meta. I don't know how you guys feel, but I believe we're going to start going into a steel meta, or
Oh,
decks that are good into steel decks, right? So like maybe Blurp will see some popularity. Blue red is going to see the popularity, but blue red's always going to see popularity. Speaking of blue red, how many were in top 16?
none, zero.
In top 16?
Yeah.
No, I don't think. Yeah, none of them made it because it
Oh, sorry,
was.
one.
That's wild.
One.
Oh yeah.
A one top 16. Can we at least look at it? Let's see what he was doing. Because I feel like it's peace that one blue red made it. We should look at it. And at least in top 16, not even top 8, which
It
is
was
still kind of
Jonathan
crazy.
Williams.
Oh, for Donald? Oh no, I'm just kidding. That's Scrooge.
It was Jonathan Williams, so makes sense.
So it was the
Yeah,
goat, one of the blue red goats.
Yeah.
no new cards.
Okay, but
I
hey, Jonathan Williams is one that always usually almost even goes to the finals.
Yeah, he's
So
usually in the
even he was
finals.
the only blue red, and he got knocked out on top 16. That says that could be a big eye opening, man. I don't know. That has to say something. There's no way, right? Like Jonathan Williams, I know he's like always in top 4 or in the finals. Now only one blue red makes it, and he gets knocked out in the top 16.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that he's on 2 Tamatoas.
I,
That 8-drop.
yeah, I've been on 2 for the longest time. Yeah.
What are your thoughts, Cesar? I know you're a blue red player. I actually want to. I think it's kind of crazy to me.
I like this list a lot. I don't know what he's doing. Okay, so I don't know if he didn't have the card or whatever. I like wardrobe a lot. Like, I would be.
Oh,
playing
he would
wardrobe.
have access. I promise you, he would.
Like, I would be playing wardrobe for sure. Like, I would either. How many items does he have? 7, 11, 13, 14, 17, 18. Like, I would just say play the Scrooge, cut the Tala, play the wardrobe. I like the 2-4 split on the Brawl and the Sisu. I don't like playing peep reps. I would probably go 4-1. That was me. I like this list a lot.
You know why I think he didn't go wardrobe? I looked at all of his characters. They all do something on play.
Yeah, that might be it.
And I think that's maybe his theory. Like, I want to stick to that theory. Like, yes, wardrobe can be good, but I want all my characters to do something on play. Literally all of them.
Yeah.
Like, even the 3-drop bell, yes, it doesn't, but yes, it did something. Like, you're playing that card on turn 1 on play. Like, that's pretty impactful.
Yeah.
So,
I don't like the
I don't know. Maybe that was his theory.
I don't like the hook right now. I don't know why he played it. Like, I don't know if he was expecting a lot of locations. Me, personally, I wouldn't have. Like, I don't know what deck was going to be playing a lot of locations. So that hook
Wait, this is not a no sharks?
There's no sharks.
That's why. Makes stuff evasive. At least it'll be able to give him a chance. That's why.
For what?
He could kill shark too.
No, because it gives them evasive too. Your
it
stuff,
gives anything
right?
evasive.
Yeah. I think that's why. You like if you're not playing sharks, you have to at least combat the evasive wars. Like,
I feel like for those, you just want to ramp and then get to Sisu, and that's how you're dealing with them.
True.
I mean, that's usually how I deal with them.
I mean, it's peace. He played 1, right? He played 1, and he has still the Maui Rusher. I mean, Yago's could be annoying, but I mean, he has coil. But I mean, I don't know. I think maybe that's why. If he has no sharks, he's like, I'm gonna put it in Shug.
Yeah.
Combat opposing sharks, right? That's peace. Opposing sharks, you're not gonna see opposing shark.
I don't know. I usually would. It takes a little bit, but like, if you're not turning sideways, like the sharks are kind of like useless, right? Like at that point, you just kind of like let them stand or even quest for one and then develop your coils. I mean, the only problem is like if you don't see coil, you're kind of screwed. But see 1 or 2 coils, like the sharks become pretty easy to kill. So I don't know. I like the list. I mean, I would be playing wardrobe. That's just me. I don't know if there's a reason why he wasn't.
Super solid though.
Yeah, pretty similar to like a list I'm playing, but I just like I said, I think B Prep's a good card. It's just like you said earlier, like B Prep is more like a last resort, and it's like when you play it, most of the time, like you give your opponent time to react again, and then you have to react to what they did again. Like I'd rather just maximize on Sisus, especially that we have coils. Like if I have 1 coil down, like most of the time my Sisu's doing a lot of work, so I'd rather play a Sisu 100% more times than a B Prep. So, and with how far it goes, like you just start to trigger coils pretty easy. So, I don't know.
Yeah, ain't no Lilos, but he's not playing the Maui Shark action. That
Yeah,
you
no,
just
I wouldn't
played.
play Lilo in this list. Like, if I were to play
Hey,
Lilo, it'd be in the
Not
shark
the
version.
Ethan needs it to do good. That way he can sell it.
Yeah, for sure. Let me sell my enchanteds. I'm actually trying to trade them away so I can get other enchanteds. But
That's peace.
That's peace.
I got the what is it?
How many blue steals made in top 16?
None. Zero.
None.
All right, bet.
Top 32, 0. Top, hey, we got one in top 64 though.
Whatever.
Hey, but it might change this weekend, right? At 2CG. Who knows?
Oh, we got two in top
Yeah,
64.
maybe.
We got two in top
Hopefully,
64.
hopefully Eddie pulls through and tops. I heard he's playing blue steel. No, I'm just kidding.
So real quick, we'll give it like a minute each or something. What do we think the meta's gonna go into? If you want to start, Ethan.
It's gonna be like a steel aggro meta for sure. 100%. That's definitely what's gonna happen.
What you think, Danny?
Yeah. I think it's gonna be green steel in the beginning, but green steel's like arch nemesis is blue steel, so I think blue steel makes like a nice swift comeback, but then amber steel comes around the corner. So I think it's gonna be those three decks. I don't think blue red is gonna actually be top meta. It's gonna be still gonna be up there, but it's not gonna be top three. I think it's gonna be a steel deck just like Ethan said, but it's gonna be green steel, blue steel, amber steel. Maybe purple steel. I'm not sure. Some type of steel, like you said.
You want me to go first, Hector, or you want to go?
You can go.
I do think it is gonna stay a steel heavy meta at beginning. I do think Beyond the Horizon is really good. I was talking it up in Amber Steel and in Green Steel like very early when I saw the card. I was surprised like not a lot of people were talking about it until once the set release was closer to releasing. But I also think people are a little too high on the card as well. Like the card's great, don't get me wrong, but I feel like everyone's gonna go to it, and like the aggro decks are just gonna run over it because, like we said, like that card just becomes a lot worse when like your hand's empty. I do think blue red's still strong. I mean the main thing that sucks is if you get Beyond the Horizon like on turn 3, like if they just have the nuts and shift Beyond the Horizon, like that's what really hurts. But I feel like once you get later in the game, like you just gotta manage your hand size, kind of like how you've always been doing it against Amber Steel. Like manage your hand size to where it's kind of equal to theirs, so they don't have to. Like it doesn't feel as bad. The only problem is with Green Steel, like they get card advantage off that. But I mean, if they have the John on board, but yeah, I think it'll stick to like an Amber Steel aggro version is gonna be like the most dominant Amber Steel. I do think Green Steel is gonna be on top, and then I think Blue Red. I do see Blue Steel a version not aggro can come out on top. I think it just has to be found. Give it up to Hector or Jonathan Lamb to figure that out, but we'll see.
So I finished kind of like set 7 on blue red, and I was gonna probably stick to that because I thought it was gonna be probably the best deck coming into the next set. The reason I don't like it right now, I think it's gonna be a very fast meta. I think it's a very steel meta for a reason, and I also think if it's not a very fast meta, it's still beyond like let me discard your hand kind of meta or green steel discard your hand. As a blue red, none of those were pros. Yes, when blue red stabilizes the best deck, but I don't want to live life on the edge. Like that's literally what you're doing. You're doing blue red right now. Like I rather not. Like if it's a steel meta, you guys know what I'm gonna be playing. So I'm probably gonna be doing that. But I do want to figure out a mid rangey up beyond version because I keep trying it and it's I don't know. It's good. Maybe I do be losing to the matchups that I'm supposed to be losing, and maybe that's why I get discouraged and been doing this other route instead. But with the steel meta, I'm probably going to be back on my BS for that. So the usual.
I do think that if it stays this way, BS will be the best deck. But the problem is that it's so hard to build. Like I think like it's not gonna be the best deck because people are gonna struggle to build it. But I feel like if someone like cracks it, like it would just be if it stays like a Beyond the Horizon meta, like it's gonna just be the best deck. But I will say that it's gonna take like I don't know the
This is the
minds
reason
debate.
why I believe Blue Steel, even when Blue Steel goes really popular and good, because it's been really good right now. And I know I've been talking to some people. I know R&B has had some success with it, and he posted his deck list on the thing. If Blue Steel gets super popular, then Blue Red is just the best deck. If you get my drift.
Yeah.
Because then it's like, oh, I'm Blue Steel, then Blue Red is gonna be topping everywhere. Because Blue Red is gonna like. That's the part that's annoying. Because yes, I've done builds to where Blue Steel can be Blue Red, but then you stop 2-0ing your Green Steel Amber Steel matchups. So, yeah,
For sure.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, it's gonna be
hey,
So,
Steel
gonna be
though,
exciting.
Purple Steel. Watch out for Purple Steel. It's gonna come up nasty out of nowhere
Yeah.
this weekend.
Yeah.
I just have a feeling.
To be honest, I think the meta is wide open. Like, I do think a lot of decks can top like local events, but if we're talking about like major events, I do think like you're gonna increase your chances playing like the few decks that we named, right? But I think Amber Ruby can have a decent shot. I still think like some Baja Blast builds like can be decent. Yeah,
I mean, there's a cool Amber Ruby deck out there, like a Mufasa deck that looks pretty cool. Abusing
It's gonna be good right now.
the Tinkerbell, the legendary 2-drop.
Yeah, the one that Humble built.
Everything keep getting lower. You just keep dropping 6.
Yeah,
If it
I mean,
goes-
it looks fun. I don't know if it's good, but it looks cool.
If the meta
I
slows
think there's
down a
something to
lot.
look at with the lady, right? The lady can drop Ruby cheaper characters on play, so then you have interactions there with a Gotho, you have interactions there with Lumiere, and you start going those type of routes. I think that's not nothing to laugh at when you can drop a Gotho with the lady.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's for sure good wins.
I think a lot of like these underlying colors, like the underdog colors, like can come up depending on like what the meta is. Like if the meta slows down a lot, like that Monstro yellow deck can be like the combo deck. It could be pretty scary. Like that deck is probably like the best control deck if it like slows down that much, because like can't interact with it that much. But I mean, we'll have to see. But other than that, this weekend TCG on Saturday, it's a PPG qualifier event, quad case tournament this Saturday at 12. I think, I don't know. Danny's gonna post the pictures. And then on Sunday, we have a San Diego event, best of 2, in case anyone's wondering, or 2-game format. I think it starts at 10 a.m.
We keep telling Carlos to
triple case.
hopefully influence them into changing it, but we'll see.
So I will be missing at Top Choice, unfortunately, but I will be at San Diego if any of you guys want to beat me to the ground. But yeah.
And then the following weekend, right? There's Fran's event, I believe, and then Arizona. So, as I said, guys, the dry spell is over. There is events happening every weekend,
guys,
which is great.
Guys, people from the IE, please go to Arizona. Let's make this tournament huge. They'll up the pricing up to 5K if we get like a bunch of people. So, or, I mean, higher than 5K if we get a bunch of people. So, I mean, this could be the biggest event that we have like on our side. Obviously, the Texas one's gonna be huge, but if we get Top Choice, they'll up their pricing too if you guys like enough people go out there. But if you guys want cash pricing, like we make this Arizona event pretty huge. I mean, it might go up to like 8K to be honest, but we'll see.
Also, remember,
from the Arizona area, we'll see you guys there. The Cookout is trying to plan for most of us to go, so it'll be cool seeing you guys.
Don't forget, also Top Choice Gaming, right, is the only store, I believe, that got the opportunity to give a buy or first round, whatever round buy at the Texas event. Yeah, at the Texas event happening from PPG in next month. July. Sorry, in July. Yeah. So it should be a good tournament. It should be a very large amount. It's going to be very competitive. So we hope to see you guys there. We went over a lot of stuff, right? A lot of the meta decks that have been popping up. Green Steel, man, back. Got to figure out how to beat it. Mirrors is not going to be fun, but as always,
Danny struggles in Green Steel metas because he he plays the mirrors.
I hate mirrors, man. I hate mirrors.
Ethan used to hate Green Steel metas, but we'll see. Maybe he's gonna be a Green Steel himself. Who knows?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe, and watch me play it, and I'll still suck with it. Promise you that.
Keep us cooking.
But as always, right? But as always, see you next time. Keep on cooking. Keep on questing. Peace.